Just a quick video for these Novedeco PVC wall panel tiles. Instead of tiling, seems to be the new sort of phase or whatever. I just want to do a review just for normal people, so not a review where it's done by people trying to sell the stuff and all the rest of it. Now, I've just fitted this stuff. Retired builder, been in the trade for many years. I would have rather have tiled, do not get me wrong, but the wife said, oh, it's a cheaper fix, you know, it's 100 quid instead of 1,200 quid, because I would have just tiled the place. But anyway, I thought, yeah, what the hell, save myself £1,000, I'll give it a go. Now, when the stuff turned up, it's honestly, I thought, I'm not putting this crap up on the wall. I just thought, I'm not doing it. It's rubbish. I take it back and I eat my words. Now, this has gone on, and I'll explain how to put it on. Sometimes you want to forget these professional videos. Sometimes say, oh, I'll put a little tiny piece on. I'll explain in a minute. But it's gone on really, really well. I am super impressed for what it is. For what it is. Now, I'll tell you now, one box, I think it comes with 20 panels. Yeah, it does 20 panels. Has done, just so you know what it covers, it's done all that round there, underneath the units, either side of the thingy, all under this unit, along here, round the walls and down here, and that whole wall. And I used 16. And if you took off all the cuts and crap, I'd probably realistically only used 14. But anyway, call it 16, that's what I used. So one box pretty much did this. If you were going to do the whole kitchen, and probably do that side as well, you'd probably need 30. So you can buy them individually anyway. Right. When they say put these on, they tell you to put on a very, 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 very fine line like that. This is just the plastic. Like you've got to go along every single line. That's how thick I put it on, because the other way, any thinner than that, it wasn't working. So that's not mentally thick. I'm just trying to get it for you. It's, you know, it's not over the top, but that's how it went on. Now, every single line, every up and down, and I mean, you really have to do it. You don't skim and spread it around on the flat bits. But that you really do have to go at that thickness. Now, they tell you that they supply this with ample enough of their No More Nails adhesive to stick it on with. That's a load of bollocks. They sent me for 20 panels. I got 4 tubes of the grab adhesive. 4 tubes. I tell you now, I went through, for the 16 panels, I think it was 12 tubes. I was getting, and like I say, it's not thick. I was getting a panel and a half per tube. If you do it as thin as some of the videos were saying, it was just lifting off the wall. It wasn't sticking properly. But I found by putting it on that thick, which isn't thick at all, but by putting it on like that, it spread out nicely, and it stuck it really well. And what I found is obviously by putting it a little bit thicker on the lines on the inside, a little bit then comes onto these bits on the underside, which it really did stick it well. It's gone on really, really good. The only thing you may find, which isn't a problem, or maybe you've got a bit of a lift on the wall, 1 or 2 bit, I won't even be able to find it. I mean, you really can't even see the joins on this. I want to show you. I can't even see a fucking joint. I mean, it really has gone on well. I'm trying to find a joint. Oh, well, I can't find a joint. Anyway, what you might find sometimes is when the new one interlocks, sometimes this can lift a little bit. So what you do is, or what I did was, is when you've done all your lines, this bit here, this bit here, this bit here, put a blob in it. put a blob in it. Put a nice blob in it so it comes over. It'll squirt out the sides, but that holds it down. If you just go along the lines and stop and don't put anything in these bits, they will lift slightly. But by putting a nice blob in there, you know, blob in there, nice blob, 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 a nice reasonable blob. When you push it on the wall, it squirts out a bit, you wipe it away with a cloth, but it sticks. And it sticks good. Yeah, I'm impressed. Don't get me wrong, I'll always say to anybody, I'll drive a tile first. I could have probably tiled it just as quick as it took me to do this, because it's a bit time consuming doing that. Well, to be fair, I suppose say time consuming. Mind you, I could have tiled it in a day. Yeah, this took me a day to do, especially once you figure out your first panel, but it took a day to do. I could have tiled it in a day, so not much difference in it. But this was, I think, 90 quid. And then I spent, I think it was Screwfix. They had the same grab adhesive that it came with it, but I used that. That was an extra, I think, 10 quid. So you're looking at 100 quid. And it has absolutely transformed this kitchen. And anybody can do it. It cuts easy. It interlocks perfect. And with this colour, which I was really happy with this colour, when I've got the join down the wall, because it's a beige, but when you go on their site, it says grey, but it isn't. Then when you go into it, it actually says it's the beige. But by putting a line of the filler down the centre, or down the join of the No More Nails, and then wiping it away, it actually looks like the rest of the pretend grout. So you can't tell that I've joined it. But really, really good. Very, very durable. I've got no problem with how it's lasts. Easy to wipe down. I'm impressed for what it is. You know, if you're looking for a cheap fix, well, not even a cheap fix, like a cheap revamp, and you can't afford a tiler and all the rest of it, for 100 quid, anybody with half a brain can put this stuff up. I mean, it really is simple. It really is simple to do. And cutting it's there's no even point trying to explain how to fit it. It's simple. Pull your plug sockets forward, so don't bother cutting around them. Pull your plug, if you can take them off, even better. I took mine off, it's simple. Turn your power off, take your plug sockets off, over the old, put them back on, it's perfect. Don't get me wrong, you can cut around sockets if you're not competent enough to take your sockets off, but you can do that. But yeah, honestly, for what it is, I've got to give it, I can't fault it. I've got to give it 9 out of 10. I really can't fault the stuff. Like I said, when it first turned up and I took that out of the box, I fucking said to the missus, I am not putting this shit on the wall. I'm going to tile it. And we had a bit of a ding dong, as you do. You know, she wanted it up. I said, it's shit. I'm not putting it up. You know, it's fucking crap. It's flimsy crap. It's like plastic. But I'll take it back. I suppose she had to be right once in her life. Well, twice. First time she picked me. So, you know, that's the first time. But anyway, sorry about rambling. It's good stuff. It's sturdy. It goes on really, really well. And yeah, I'm impressed. But just stick to that amount of No More Nails. Do not skimp and think, oh, I'll just do the straight lines. I won't do the down lines. Do it all. There's a reason you do it all. You don't want it lifting off the wall. You don't want, air getting behind it in a hot kitchen and lifting it. So just take your time. Do the whole lot on like that and do not miss any lines. Every single little line. And make sure you do it. But yeah, honestly, they do about, I think, 20 different styles. This one was called, it's a beige. This is the beige. But when I looked on their site, it came up grey. But then when you go into whatever it isn't. It's beige. It's a light beige. But yeah, hopefully this helps. I think we got this off Amazon for 89 quid, I think it was. I'm just trying to see if the colours, the actual colours on there, but no, they do all sorts, but yeah, I can't see the colour on this one, but they do, it is the beige. So yeah, hope this helps somebody. Sorry it was a bit of a ramble, but it really, really is easy to put on, and you can transform any kitchen, feature wall, in a front room. Our friends have done it on a whole front room wall in the brick. Looks really, really, really nice. So yeah, hope this helps.